Well, today's press conference is all about the two men at the top table. Tyrone McCullough, who will be fighting for a European title, and Sean McGlinchey will have in his third contest. It's all about them in Belfast on Friday night. So on behalf of the Northwest Boxing Fraternity, I'd just like to wish both boxers every success. And the importance of Friday night is supporting these boxers. And I would just like to introduce again Tyrone McCullough to say a few words on his fight on Friday night.
Well, firstly, I'd just like to thank everyone for coming out here. It's been a fantastic turnout, and I'd like to thank the Bentley for hosting the event. It's a great opportunity for Derry. Boxing's booming at the minute in Derry, and I'm really looking forward to Friday night. There's a great crowd coming down, and there's still some tickets available if anyone's looking to go. I'd also like to say a massive thank you to the man on my right here, Seamus Cunnan. He's put on a lot of work behind the scenes. He's been the driving force behind us, and he's made it happen. You know, the end goal is to have a professional show in Derry sometime in the near future, and Seamus is the man to make that happen, and he deserves a big round of applause, so it is.
And it's also very sad to say that it's been 36 years since the last pro show here in Derry and the Guildhall. And we have the man who topped the bill that night. He just came out with the two boxers there. He's here today with his European title belt. He was also a world contender as well for the lightweight championship. Charlie Nash. Give Charlie a big round of applause. Great to see him here. And we have many other boxers here today. We have Conor Coyle here with us. Give Conor a big round of applause. And we have a man doing all this boxing in Scotland, Sean McShane, down here as well. And I'm going to hand you over to the sports journalist, Chris McNulty.
Thanks, Peter. Guys, what about a round of applause and a big cheer for these guys? Two guys from your city, boxing professionally on Friday night in one of the biggest shows in Ireland this year. Give them a big round of applause. Big hand. Right, the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to do a quick Q&A with the two guys. I know there's a lot of media here. I see Simon, Oren, Orla, Gareth, and a few guys, and it's very important that we have the media coverage for boxing, because boxing has to, pardon the expression, fight for its coverage. It has to fight for its column inches, has to fight for its time in the airwaves and stuff, and it's very, very important. And we're very lucky locally here in the Northwest that we have sports journalists like the guys and the girls down here who take such a keen interest on the sport and put these guys out in the airwaves, put them on their back pages, their front pages. That's so, so important, because let's be honest, ticket selling, that's the important thing for guys like these. They got to fill the arenas, they got to get the people out, and without the help of the media, that's basically impossible. So credit to Seamus as well for putting this together. I think I'm right in saying it's the first pro press conference in the city of Derry. I think I'm right in saying that anyway, but sure, we'll go with it. I'm going to call Sean. I'm just going to do a quick wee Q&A here with Sean. Ladies and gentlemen, Mummy's boy, Sean McGlinchey. Sean, first of all, it's been a while now since we've seen you in action. Ready for this one?
It's been well over a year and a half, so the buzz to get back in the ring has been there months. It's been there a very long time, so they actually have a fight deadline, and I know that everything's 100%, and when we walk on the ring on Friday night and get a win, it's amazing. The feeling's amazing, you know.
How frustrating has it been over the last year and a half for you been out of action?
It's been a hard year and a half. There's a few times I've been complimenting, hanging the gloves up, and I just packed it in. I didn't see why I would stay or what was my options. But Seamus always worked close with me, and my family are a big praising it. Get me going, get me driving. they also gave me the option of they could stand by me if I did pick up the gloves. My followers a lot to mention, a lot to say in it. But I've been working in different clubs and the fights of the working my Oak Leaf and then doing my St Mary's as well. I've been working with all these clubs and they've been keeping me going. They keep me taking over. And the support in Derry, people telling me that I should be boxing is the way I've done things also.
Do you feel like this is a fight that's sort of making up for lost time?
Aye, it's a 4-round fight. It's keep me back in the ring, get me back in the match. They have another 2 fights. The last year I'm watching people go on and improve their careers, and that's where I wanted to be. I didn't want to be sitting at this stage in my career and I sit in the third. This far in my career, only 2 fights. I wanted a lot more. It didn't happen for reasons out of my control, but I'm hoping now in the new year, get 2 fights out this year hopefully, and in the new year push on and start pushing for titles.
What has it felt like being back in camp and back training for a fight again?
It's been feeling good. I've only got 3 weeks notice for this fight, but in a mindset, I've been working with a lot of people on different mindsets and goals. And 8 weeks ago when I got my license of the Irish Boxing Board, I put my head down and I worked with Dale Smith and I started working on dieting, nutrition, just getting the weight off because I went over a bit of a weight. I was in the gym and I've been working hard. And the goal was to get on the show, but I was told no at the start because it was filled. I'd like to thank MDK for giving me the opportunity to end up. So when they asked me 3 weeks ago, would I be ready? Because I've been training and the goal was to get on the show, and I grabbed the go fans and took it for me.
What's the immediate goal for you now, sort of post Friday night?
Post Friday night is to get out and get the win. Look impressive, and I hope I catch the eye of some promoters out there. Me and Seamus is working together, and Seamus has been there from day one, from the day I turned over. He wasn't helping me, and he's still been helping me. So I just hope that we catch the eye of someone and we get on all these big shows coming up.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Mummy's boy Sean McGlinchey, give him a big hand. Sean touched on it there, the help of the amateur clubs, and the city of Derry is very, very blessed, and there's many top amateur clubs, and without the help of their coaches as well, and there's a lot of them present here, so I'm not going to name them in case I leave anybody out, but it's very, very important that we acknowledge the work that goes in at the grassroots of this sport. Ladies and gentlemen, for all the boxing people out there, give a big hand to the coaches who put their time and effort into these guys. Okay, earlier this year he was crowned Celtic champion, and he goes this Friday night for a European title. Put that into context, there aren't too many people from this country, never mind this city, that get that chance. But this Friday night in Belfast, the guy to my left hand side has it. Give him a huge cheer, a huge round of applause for White Chocolate, Tyrone McCullough. Tyrone, just take me back a few months to that night that you won the Celtic title. What does that mean for a guy like you? I mean, you've been in the sport a long time, you've had success at amateur European level, but to go in and win a pro belt, what's that feeling like?
It was unbelievable. It was one of the best feelings in my life. Like as you say, I've been doing boxing a long time, and I never really thought I would get this. When I was 16, I was invited down to train full time with the Irish team. And at the time, I just thought down to Dublin. I just thought, fucking right, this is a great excuse to drop out of school. But I knew I had a bit of talent, like, and I just kept plugging away. But I never dreamed of turning professional. But one thing led to another, and here we are. I've been putting in the hard work the last 3 years since I've turned pro. It's been a long road, but finally I'm starting to reap the rewards now. As you say, I won the Celtic title earlier this year, and I'm very confident I'll be taking the European belt home on Friday night.
You've had 11 wins in sort of just over 3 years as a professional. Has it gone quicker than you thought to get the title level?
It has, yes. Usually, especially I was just chatting with Charlie before I came out there. He was saying, it's very good that I'm getting my shot so quickly. I think he won his European belt in 21 fights. And this is 11 for me. People might say it's a bit too soon, but I don't think so. I know I've got the ability to do it. And I've had a lot of amateur experience. So it's I believe I've got the sorry. I believe I'll do it on Friday night.
You fought at European level, you won a European silver medal back in 2010. How does preparing for a fight like this at continental level compare with what you had in your amateur days?
It's a bit more prolific. Being a pro, I'm in the spotlight now and I'm the main event. But with that comes a bit more pressure, obviously. But it's where you want to be. You want to be headlining these shows. You want to be the main event, and you want to be fighting for these big belts. Because if not, then why are you doing it? I'm relishing it Friday night.
What's it like? Well, I mean, even walking in the door today, we see your face on posters, your name on posters. I mean, that stuff kids dream of coming up through the ranks. What's that like for you actually living that life?
Well, I'm not getting too carried away yet, but it's great. Like, and hopefully there's more to come. But I'll try to keep my feet on the ground for now and just stick to the job at hand on Friday.
I'm sure you'll have a big support up in Belfast Friday night.
Oh, 100%. And can't thank my fans enough who bought tickets off me and travelled down. Not just for this fight, every fight that came to. It's unbelievable. And the Derry crowd and the Derry people are unbelievable. They always come out and support their own, and you literally can't do it without them because the promoters, they want the ticket sales. They don't care about at the start. They don't really care about the talent, about selling tickets, and they've got me here where I am today.
Josh Kennedy's going to be able to stop you winning that European strap on Friday night. What's it going to take to beat him?
I don't know. Not much. No, I'm joking. He's been doing a lot of mouthing on social media and that. But what I've said is I'll just do my talking in the ring, and then maybe a bit on Saturday as well.
Is it hard not to engage with the likes of that?
I just let it go over my head. So he's a clown, so he is. So like I say, I'll do my talking on Friday night. So
You've had 6 KOs out of that 11. But the important thing Friday night is to just get the victory and protect that one.
100%. I'm focused on the job at hand Friday night. I don't care how I won as long as I get the one, but I'm confident I'll come.
And on a final note, the guys have touched on it there. The city of Derry hasn't had a pro show since Charlie fought in the Guildhall in the early 80s. What would it mean for the likes of yourself and Sean and even all the other local guys, see Connor down there and Sean from over in Donegal, to get a chance to box locally here in your own city?
It'll be unbelievable. So I can't express how much I want that to happen. Even as you say, in my last fight there when I fought Joe Ham, the noise that was made when my name was called out when I was walking to the ring, even the Belfast ones were saying to me, you probably got the loudest cheer tonight, and that's everyone travelling 80 miles from Derry. Imagine what would happen if we had a show in the city here. We would sell this out. I have no doubt about it in my mind. It would be a dream come true.
Yeah, because the sport is really thriving in Derry at the moment.
It is 100%. Like, we've got myself and Sean and Connor as the professionals. There's young Brett and there's other amateurs coming through. Every amateur club in Derry is doing a brilliant job.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tyrone McCullough fights for the European title on Friday night. And the final few questions I'm going to reserve for a guy that needs no introduction in this city, but I'll try and give him one anyway. I think his name speaks for itself. Sid the Tyrone fought in the last pro show here and won down at the Guildhall in 1982. He's been all over the world. He's been to Olympics, he's had Irish titles, European titles, fought for world straps. Give a big round of applause and a big cheer for the legendary Charlie Nash. Charlie, I'm sure events like this takes you back in time.
Well, it definitely does, but I'm so glad they actually to be here today, because I think it's great for people at Derry to have a lot of professional boxers in Derry that's doing well and being successful. So I'm really glad Sean and Tyrone. So he's a great fighter. I used to train him in our club and Brian Boxing Club, and it was a very, very good game. They were both top-class amateurs. I think both of them are going to go on to be top-class professionals as well.
These guys in Tyrone alluded to it there. He's dreaming of headlining about and Derry. You lived that dream, Charlie. What was that like walking to the ring in the Guildhall?
It gives you the best feeling in the world, because you get into your own ring in your hometown. All the people are voting for you, they're clapping for you, are shooting for you, but all your friends there and your family as well. So it gives you that extra inspiration to go out and do your best and make sure you win it. But the thing is, I think these two boys are really good. They were good amateurs, great amateurs. I think they're doing really well as a professional now, but I think they're going to be really, really good. I think they will both win maybe British and European titles as well. And I would just love that for it to happen, because I say it's a long time from the 80s whenever I was boxing. But then I think it's great now to see new boxers coming along and doing so well. And these boys are going to give the inspiration to younger people that are coming behind them. So I think they're doing a great job at the minute, but I think they're going to do very, very well in the future. And they're going to encourage more younger boxers, better boxers, to become professionals as well and do well.
Tyrone's got a title on the line, a strap to fight for on Friday night, a European one. What's your message? What's your message to Tyrone McCullough ahead of that one?
Well, it's not going to be easy, and Tyrone knows that, but I was talking to Tyrone earlier on, I was giving him a wee bit of advice. I told him, make sure you're training well, make sure your weight's okay. You know, weeks before you have to weigh in, so that you're not training yourself a couple of days before the fight just to make a weight. But Tyrone's been a very skillful fighter when he was in our club. He's a better professional now than he was as an amateur. He's undefeated, he has a great attitude, and he's the experience, and I think Tyrone will win the European title.
You've had a European title, Paul McCluskey, of course, the guys mentioned him earlier, and now Tyrone's got a chance at one-on-one. How important is that guys are coming back and keeping that success coming back to this city?
Well, it's great for them because it gives them the confidence, but it's also great for people there to know that the support that they're giving to their boxers is making them so good. They're actually winning European titles. So in fact, that's more people going to come out, more people are going to come out, but they're going to enjoy it more, and the boxers are going to enjoy more people being there shouting for them. And at the end of the day, the publicity, the prestige that you get, and the feeling that they get out of being a British or Irish or European champion, it's just fantastic. And it's always great to be remembered for doing things like that, because people never forget you. Like, I'm 67 now, and people still remember me from going to the Olympics in 1972 and winning my first Irish title, winning the British title, and say won the European title 3 times. So it's great. It was great for me to be able to do it, because I never thought when I started boxing as an 11-year-old that I was going to have the success. But it all depends on your attitude, the people you have behind you, and your trainers. So at the end of the day, these boys now have great trainers, they have a great attitude, and they have a family, and they have people there behind them. Because, see, to be honest, if you have the people from Derry behind you, doesn't matter what you do, you're going to make a success from it, because there's nothing that's going to give you more inspiration than the people from Derry that's calling your name. So I think the boys are going to do really well, and congratulations for doing so well now. But I think I'm looking forward to seeing these boys winning British, European titles, and hopefully what I did, one world title.
Ladies and gentlemen, one and only Charlie Nash. Okay, we'll reserve a final couple of questions for Gail's help with this. Derry's first professional boxing press conference together. The guy that's responsible for having Charlie, Sean and Tyrone here, and for having all of us here, deserves a huge round of applause. Seamus Cunningham.
Thanks a lot for everyone coming here today. I wouldn't be very good at speaking to these press conferences. I'm not used to it like these boys here, you know what I mean? But thanks to Bentley for putting it on. All the people coming here involved and all. As you know yourself, I manage Sean McGlinchey. I help along with Tyrone here. I just want to get Friday night over now and get the boys success. And down the line, the goal is to get professional boxing back to Derry again within a year, hopefully. There's no reason why, if we can sort out something that a European champion, whatever Sean would have, we have a bargaining tools there. We want it back here. The city's crying out for it after 36 years. We want it, and it has to happen. So, as I say, I'm not very good at speaking. I speak far better when I'm on the bloody internet or else in the car. But I say, I'll pass it back now. I'll just say thanks all for coming. Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. I'm going to leave the final words to another guy on my right hand side that does so much for this sport, goes all over the world for the sport of boxing, and would do anything for the sport. And it's people like this guy that keeps the sport going, keeps the sport thriving, keeps the sport in the news, and keeps guys like me in the media writing about it and talking about it And I'll leave the final word to the one and only Peter O'Donnell.
Thank you, Chris. Well, I'd just like to finish off by saying a sincere thanks to the management and the staff here at the Bentley for the use of their premises today, for all the press, the TV, all the media that come along here today. It's very, very encouraging for both boxers. And finally, I'd just like to wish these boys every success for Friday night. Hope you come out on the right side on Friday night. Be great for Derry and great for boxing, because Derry's steeped in boxing history, and at the minute there's 18 amateur clubs in Derry, a great number of clubs, so there's always young boxers coming through, and it's boys like you that they look up to, all the young boxers. And again, I'd like to thank all the coaches for all the work they do within the clubs. These men never recognise that they do a lot of work. It's a full-time job, I can tell you. So thank you very, very much all for coming today, for your support, and get out and support the two boys in Belfast on Friday night. Thank you all very, very much.